Good evening, everyone. We begin with a breaking news alert. At least 18 people are dead in attacks in France.
Shootings have been reported at least 2 different sites in Paris. Right now, police are in a neighborhood with many restaurants. This is a live look at the scene. We're told the area is being evacuated and rescue crews are looking for victims currently. There are 4 sites involved here, right, Cam?
That is true. In fact, we are hearing a report of some hostages being held. We're going to go to CBS now. They'll have the very latest on the situation unfolding.
CBS News special report. I'm Scott Pelley. We're going on the air right now because multiple attacks are being reported in the city of Paris tonight. There are reports of gunfire and explosions. Many are dead, many are wounded. This is the scene as recorded about an hour ago on the streets of Paris. This is unfolding in multiple locations. Police say that there was a mass shooting in a restaurant near the center of the French capital, which would have been packed on a Friday night. There have been at least 2 explosions near a soccer stadium where Germany was playing France in a big game tonight. The president of France was at the game. He has now been evacuated from the stadium and is at the Interior Ministry, which runs the French version of the FBI. He is apparently meeting with all of his emergency response heads there at the Interior Ministry as we unroll this video for you of various scenes in the central part of Paris. This is in the 10th and 11th arrondissements for those who are familiar with the city of Paris. That would be north of the River Seine and just a little bit to the east. We are also told at this hour there has been gunfire at a 3rd location. Casualty numbers at this early hour will all be wrong, but French police are reporting that many people have been killed, likely somewhere over a dozen. But we want to emphasize that we do not know what the casualty numbers could be. All of this has been unfolding over the last hour or so in the French capital. We have our CBS News reporter Elaine Cobb on the phone with us from Paris. Elaine, what are you hearing?
Scott, as you said, this is all unfolding and is very confusing. Police are now saying there are at least 18 people dead, more are injured. They believe 15 people were killed in an attack on the Bataclan concert hall in the area near République. We're also hearing there's a hostage situation underway at the concert hall. Now, there was also an explosion out at the Stade de France, where a friendly was going on between Germany and France. The president was immediately evacuated. He's meeting now with his ministers, particularly the Interior Minister, to see what can be done next. The police say they have no idea at this stage who is behind either the shootings, the hostage-taking, or the explosions. They are trying to find out anything they can, but for the moment, it's very much an effort to evacuate the area around République. There are police surrounding the metro stations there. They are stopping people going down certain streets. They're stopping people getting into the metro, and people in the area are tweeting and saying that they're confused. They've heard shooting in several different areas, and so for the moment there is a lot of fear in east of Paris. And don't forget, République is the area where the Charlie Hebdo shootings happened at the start of this year.
Elaine Cobb reporting for us from Paris. In the Charlie Hebdo shooting, 17 people were killed. That was back in January on the Islamic extremist attacks on a magazine and also a Jewish grocery store. And then you may recall in August, 3 Americans stopped a would-be terrorist with a machine gun who was on board a French train. So this is the 3rd incident in and around the Paris region this year. And to recap where we are right now, unfolding as we speak, there are multiple attacks in several locations ongoing simultaneously in Paris. There have been explosions, there have been mass shootings. Police are now reporting more than 25 people have been killed, but again, in these early hours, those casualty numbers will definitely change. We will have more about this on your local news on this CBS station, on our 24-hour digital network, CBSN, which is available at all devices at cbsnews.com. And of course, we will have the latest breaking news right here tonight on the CBS Evening News. Until then, I'm Scott Pelley, CBS News in New York.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com.
And as soon as we learn more about these attacks in Paris, we'll bring you that information right away.